Honey traps and dangerous gal. They say the easiest way to get to a man is not through another man, you know. It's not through one of his brethren, you know. The easiest way to get to a man, send a gal his way. She'll get the Ross Clark job done, fam. See, as man there, if we want Instagram, and we get some random youth trying to bread man, trying to link up with man, trying to be man's friend randomly and that, fam, we won't even entertain it, fam. Like, who the fuck is this youth, blood? But I don't know what happens, what goes on in our brain, fam. When it's a gal, all logic, all paranoia, because as a man, you should live life with a sense of paranoia, you know. All logic and all slight sense of paranoia goes out the window, fam. And we just entertain it. We're like, right, it's our lucky day, fam. And unfortunately, if you're flexing a certain way on Instagram and that, you're portraying a certain lifestyle and that, you're going to attract vultures and that. Gal are going to set you up, fam. And the key word there is set up. So there's a term that's been floating around probably for a very long time called honey trap. It's a new term to me, but as soon as I heard it, I understood what it meant. I'm from Edmonton and that, so man grew up a certain way and that. And there was no term called honey trap back in the day. Yeah, it was called set up chicks. And there was a few floating around in Edmonton and obviously in other areas, Tottenham, Hackney and that. And there was one girl that lived quite local to man. She was known as a set-up chick. But man kind of grew up with her, so she was cool and that. She would never set man up in it. But if I never grew up with her, if I weren't cool with her and that, I would never deal with no girl like that. Especially if I'm a type of guy that's flexing and that. If I know I'm a broke guy and I ain't got nothing, then yeah, cool. But if I'm a type of man that's flexing and that, fam, them girls there, fam, they'll get you murdered, blood. And that's exactly what can happen. See, moves go wrong, you know. A girl will set up a guy for him to just get robbed. And the guy might end up getting stabbed and dying, fam. Now, not only is this brother and that brother gone down for murder, but so is the girl. But I've heard about this plenty of times, fam. Girls setting up man them on Tinder and them things there, blood. It was just supposed to be a robbery. Now one little girl in America is in jail for murder and that. Now, the story I'm referring to happened over here in the UK. I read a little bit. What's inspired me to make this video is someone hit me up on Instagram and asked me if I heard about one situation that happened recently and that. And basically the short of it is a man was flexing online, watches and them things there and that. And they attracted the attention of the wrong people. Couple gyals set him up. Couple man moved to him. Moves go wrong. Someone got stabbed. Someone's dead. All over a fucking watch, blood. There's certain girls, man, them have to just keep away from, blood. If you know a girl that knows a lot of man, let's say you're young you, 17, 18, up until 2021, you may be even 30 years old. If you know this girl knows a lot of man, don't even chat to them type of girl there, but they could be a danger to you if you're a certain way. If you're a flexer and that. Now, if you're broke or you only got properties and that, then the girl ain't gonna be no danger to you really and truly, innit? But obviously still, you get me, move with a sense of paranoia and that. But if you're the type of guy who's a flashy guy, flexing and that, fam, don't chat to no girls that know, man. If you can't verify this girl, if you don't know, if he's the type of girl that might be that way inclined, that knows, man, don't even chat to them, blood. It could cost you your fucking life, blood. And I think the guy that died, I think he was from Luton and that. The girls then was from down there and that, and then I don't know, innit, yeah, the ins and outs and that, but I know someone's got stabbed over a fucking watch, blood, and end up dying, fam. You know what I'm saying? Wearing all these Rolex AP watches and that, it's a fucking waste of time, blood. So you're putting your money into better things instead of fucking flexing and stunting on the net, blood. Because all it's going to do, you're going to get ratings from idiots and also attract the wrong people, fam. So it's a lose-lose situation, blood. Why you want ratings from fucking idiots? Why you want ratings from people who care about watches and that? I've had conversations with man. Chatting to man, I'm saying to him like, yeah, when older people meet me and that, and obviously I don't just go around telling people that I got properties and that. But when older people meet me, when I say older people, people like my mum's age, 50 something, innit? When I told a man got 3 properties and that, they automatically respect, because they understand the hard work and sacrifice that's gone into buying properties and that. They're not going to respect no one that wears AP and Rolex. Well, they don't care about things like that, because older people, they have their head screwed on that. They're not wrapped up in the matrix and that for the most part. Told a man that, and a man's, do you know what a man's response was? Yeah, but there's some people that will care about properties and that, but there's other people that won't care about properties, and they will respect people that have AP, Rolex, Breitling, Cartier watches and that. I was thinking, man, I lost, blood. Man, I wrapped up in the matrix, blood. Man, I need to be careful, blood. Stop stunting on the net. Stop fucking flexing, blood. Really and truly, you do not want no girl that cares about whether or not you got AP or Rolex watch, blood. What they call that on the net, in the manosphere space, and ain't that called tricking or something? Or no, I think tricking is when you're spending money on gal, innit? But blood, why do you need, fam? If that's what it takes to get gal, blood, do you really want those girls that care? Whether, blood, man's had plenty of gal, not that much. Like, I ain't had hundreds of girls and that, but man's had my fair share of gal and that, and decent looking gal. I've never owned an AP or Rolex watch and that. You don't need these things to get gal, blood. You don't even need a fucking BMW or Mercedes, blood, to get gal, blood. Yeah, it helps. It helps, but if you need a Mercedes to get gal and that, and that's the type of girls that you attract, girls that only want a man with Mercedes and that, blood, you're going for the wrong fucking girls, blood. I've made videos about this before, fam. There's certain girls that I would never date, blood. There's certain girls right now, you know, you are not going to be able to date them if you're not willing to take them to Tarshish, or when Lockham was open, Lockham, or Hakkasan, or was it that Nobu or Novaco, whatever. No, so, I don't even know these places. I've been to Tarshish before and Lockham, innit? But there's certain girls, they would never date me because I would not be willing to take them to those places on a first or second or third date, blood. Fuck them, fam. Fuck them, fam. But man, them just need to be careful about around these ratchet ass girls, blood. Don't talk to no girls that you even believe for 1 minute chat to man them, blood. You think my girl knows man them, blood? I wouldn't even want to be with a girl that knows man them. Don't get it twisted. Even the nicest girls and that went to hood and ratchet schools and that, and they might live in the ends and that. But even if they went to hood and ratchet schools and that, and they lived in the ends and that, people might just know her just to say wagwan, innit? But they don't know. The man them should not know your gal, blood. I'm the only street nigga that my girl's ever dealt with. And I'm going to keep it that way, blood. Like, I don't want my girl, like, yeah, a couple of my ex-boyfriends have been to jail before. One of them still on the 20-year sentence and that. Fuck that bullshit, blood. Fuck that, blood. And the only reason why my girl, is about is because I'm on the right path now. If I was still on the road, get me doing whatever I'm doing and that, you think, come on, man, there's a certain... Listen, man, them need to raise their standard to a caliber where they can attract a certain caliber of women. Don't be dating no girls that date trash man them, blood. I made a video about this. I met a girl on a job. She was talking about, her fence was smashed in and that. So anyway, boom, she told me that. She's like, my back... The rear entrance to my garden, you can't go through there or whatever because the fence is broken, innit? She told me that on the phone, I was like, whatever, innit? Eventually, when I was in her yard chatting to her for like 20 minutes and that, she said, the reason why my fence is smashed in is because I've got a new boyfriend now. And this child here, pointing to the child, this child here's dad must have drove through the back fence with his car, with his friend, smashed through the fence. 2 of his brethren got out of the car with him, ran up in the yard and stabbed up the current boyfriend in the head, blood. This is the bullshit you have to deal with these ratchet ass fucking girls, blood. You have to deal with maniac boyfriends and them things there, blood. Don't be dealing with no girls that deal with these trash guys, blood. They end up putting you in a fucking grave, blood. Moves go wrong, fam. A man will go on a move. Just think, yeah, man, I'm just going to beat him up and then take his watch and that. And get me, a man might give you pushback and that. Then a man might stab a man. That's it, blood. So now you're riding 30 for a 30 grand watch, blood. And the girl, she's going to be visiting fucking whatever female prison, Holloway. I think Holloway might have closed down or something like that, I heard. But yeah, whatever female prison, she's going to be in there, fam. You've heard the stories, blood. Rapper at college, a rapper at uni and that. Couple of youths have gone down there, bad him up and that, all on the, you get me, YouTube and that. I see the videos, blood. Get set up by a gal. Stop dealing with these ratchet ass girls, blood. But yeah, literally, like the girl that I said that lived close to man and that, yeah, man, she was known to be like a set up chick, blood. Yeah, she knew all the wrong people, fam. Man, don't want to deal with them girls there, boy. But the best way to not, and you know what, obviously, you know what, even at higher scales and that, there are girls that will set you up in other ways as well, innit? So you just obviously, you gotta live life with a sense of paranoia, innit? Yeah, that's all I can fucking say, blood. You gotta live life with a sense of paranoia and that, man, because you just don't know who or what's around the corner. You don't know what someone's agenda or alternative or their what they're really on and them things there, blood. It happens to a man like Drake and that. You get me? In a hotel room or whatever the story was, a girl's trying to scream, "Oh, he violated me, You know, that's a form of setting up a man. Fortunately, he's alive. Fortunately, he didn't get stabbed up and dead and that. But that's a form of, you get me, getting set up and that. But this is just a quick video on that, man. Blood, if you don't want to attract girls that are going to set you up and, you get me, have man trying to rob you and cut off your hand and them things there for watches and them, blood, just stop stunting on the net, blood. Stop stunting on the net. Stop dealing with trash girls, blood. Then you should be good, fam. But yeah, man, that's it for today, man. Stay wise. Done, man.